Get ready.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, check ready.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tariq Carpenter will be credited with the tackle. The Lions at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Cluster. Six. Mega. Cut.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0.
Packers 14, Lions nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. making that play on the pass rush. That's Devontae Wyatt.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. Hey, Blue.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Rodgers now on first down. Complete once again to Watson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, now Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-0.
Packers 21. Lions, nothing. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's go.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Detroit! DJ Chark, 34 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
First down,
now a first down carry by Jones. He finds some open field here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again. Maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown. Four touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Packers 28, Lions 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, right, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Going to run again here with Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up and go and get it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Jet.
Now back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30, past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Pollard is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Hutchinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort Lions are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Julian Love. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Packers 45, Lions 13. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 59 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
On the double.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now here's Pollard. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And his second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
Pat.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Running right, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, 26.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And got his man complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them with no gain.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
On Play action. It's Rodgers. It's Kelsey on the ground. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Detroit. 65 yards.
65 yards is the game of the play.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that's reestablished some confidence in him to run this offense.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lie. Whoa.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a quarter meal, hella follow. Take off the fuck flag, take off the section, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off the decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how. ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's